Right now at 6, a body discovered in Grand Lake in a case authorities say is suspicious.
Mostly sunny conditions today and warm as well. I'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, Oklahoma's governor spares the life of a death row inmate just before his scheduled lethal injection.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Samantha Walker.
I'm Donald O'Keefe. Good morning.
Good morning and happy Friday.
It is finally Friday. The week seemed to blow by. This nice weather has just made me think like, man, are we really actually in November?
And the fact that it is mid-November, like it is officially mid-November because today's the 14th now.
I know, yes.
Oh my goodness, it's gone so fast. Thanksgiving's going to be here before you know it, and it certainly doesn't feel like Thanksgiving is going to be here before we know it.
No, I mean, this week has been very deceiving. We've had temperatures that are way above average, and even today and tomorrow we can see record-breaking highs, and I can't wait to see if we're actually going to tie those records or break them. So it definitely is feeling a lot warmer than it typically is. Let's take a look at downtown Pittsburgh right now. The sun is just slowly starting to peek its head up there. You can see a little bit of color on the outside edges there underneath that Skywatch symbol. So it's feeling very warm this morning. Well, warm for this time of year as we wake up. 7th range line looks pretty good as well. People are starting to get out, do their morning routines, get their morning coffees. I know I like to say that because you probably won't need a very warm beverage this morning because of how nice it's feeling. However, there is some change in our fog tracker. We are seeing some more fog out by Fredonia and Sedan. Sedan, you guys are just under 7 miles of visibility. Nowata, you guys are about under just 8 miles of visibility, and there is some fog down by Benton County as well. So just make sure you're driving safe as you guys are going through those areas. But overall, the area looks pretty good. This is the big story. Our temperatures this morning, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're seeing mid-50s to low 60s across the area. 60 in Joplin, 62 in Anderson and Grove. It's feeling very nice this morning. You could probably put on a light jacket, but it'll come off pretty quickly as we go through our morning. Taking a look at our future track for today at noon. Skies are going to be a little bit on the cloudier side, but as we progress through the afternoon, clouds will start to dissipate. Nice southerly winds. It's going to be a little bit breezy today, but still very nice. And then at 6 o'clock, those winds will start to calm down a bit and nice sunny skies. So planning your school day, 59 out the door today, 72 degrees at lunch and recess, 78 for our high as you're heading home. Nice sunny skies through the day, and that's pretty much going to be the trend for today. 78 degrees for that high. It's going to be so nice and warm for our November, and I'm really looking forward to that. But that's a look at your first forecast. More coming up.
Donald, thanks. Crawford County residents pack a public hearing Thursday night to voice their concerns about a multi-million-dollar solar project. The heated discussion centers on whether to annex county land into Mulberry for the controversial development. KOAM's Blake Goley has been following the debate and joins us with the latest.
I'm inside the Crawford County Courthouse where the Board of Commissioners held a public meeting to hear from residents sharing their concerns for and against the proposal for the annexation that would bring solar farms to Mulberry.
Mulberry needs this.
During the public meeting, emotions ran high at times as the Board of Commissioners heard from community members and city leaders. Supporters say the annexation could bring new revenue to Mulberry, and they want nearby landowners to be a part of the conversation.
Being a good neighbor is trying to make property owners adjacent to this annexation happy. With privacy fence, trees, shrubs, we want to hear from the landowners adjacent to the annexation property to make it work for everyone. Mulberry needs this.
But others in the courtroom pushed back, saying their concerns aren't just about the solar project, but how the annexation was brought forward.
This is not a good deal. There's there's pro-solar and there's people that are against it. This particular night tonight is not about the solar, whether we like it or whether we don't. This is about somebody that tried to go around the fact that our county commissioners are working on something and try to make it happen by themselves. If this is allowed to pass, then this affects the entire state. And this is something that we all have to stop, and we all have to put it, voice our opinions tonight to make it stop.
During the public meeting, the Board of Commissioners made no comment. In Girard, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
Authorities investigate a suspicious death after a body is found in Grand Lake. The body was found in the water by Cowskin Bridge near Highway 10 and 250th Road Thursday morning. That's the Elk River arm of Grand Lake. The Delaware County Sheriff's Office, Quapaw Marshal Service, and Monkey Island Fire Department assisted. Emergency vehicles were still at the scene late Thursday afternoon. They included someone from the medical examiner's office. Law enforcement boats were on the water, and authorities apparently spent hours recovering the body. Our reporter Shannon Becker was on scene. You can look for his updates on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt has spared the life of the death row inmate just before he was set to receive a lethal injection, commuting the man's sentence to life in prison without parole. Stitt formally granted clemency to 46-year-old Tremaine Wood, who was scheduled to die for the stabbing death of a man during a robbery in 2002. The victim was Ronnie Whiff, a 19-year-old migrant farm worker from Montana. It's just the second time the Republican governor has granted clemency during his nearly 7 years in office. Stitt previously rejected clemency recommendations in 4 other cases. A total of 16 men have been executed during Stitt's time in office. The longest shutdown in government history is now over, but it will take time to get all of the services back up and running and federal workers to get their back pay. Erica Brown has more details from Capitol Hill.
Federal employees began returning to work within hours of President Trump signing a spending bill to reopen the government.
This was a no-brainer. This was an easy extension.
The measure funds the government through January 30th, pays back federal workers, and reinstates those who were fired. It also funds SNAP food assistance benefits for a full year. The White House economic advisor says the impact of the 43-day shutdown extended well beyond Washington.
It cost about $15 billion a week, and their current estimate is that 60,000 Americans, not government workers, have lost their jobs because of the reduced economic output.
Democrats say millions more Americans will be hit with skyrocketing health insurance premiums after lawmakers failed to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies.
The tax credits expire on December 31st, and we will stay on this issue.
There is still some uncertainty for travelers, with FAA flight restrictions still in place for now, but travel disruptions are winding down as air traffic controllers return to work. Delta Airlines CEO told CBS Mornings he expects normal flight operations to resume well ahead of Thanksgiving holiday travel.
Staffing levels almost overnight improved dramatically. So last couple days, the only cancellations that Delta had were the government mandated.
The Homeland Security Secretary says some TSA officers who showed, quote, exemplary service during the shutdown will be rewarded with a $10,000 bonus. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
That's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Coming up, former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James argue their federal cases should be dismissed. Plus, Brie Larson trades her Captain Marvel powers for Princess Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The Nintendo trailer racks up 4 million views in 4 hours. And mostly sunny and warm conditions in the 4 states. Donald has a look at your weekend forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping Nation Watch, a federal judge says she'll decide by Thanksgiving whether the Justice Department can move forward with the prosecution of 2 of President Trump's high-profile adversaries, former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Riley Blackburn has more on what happened in court and what comes next.
Former FBI Director James Comey was in a federal courtroom in Virginia Thursday as his legal team and lawyers for New York Attorney General Letitia James argued the cases against them should be thrown out. James is facing indictments for bank fraud and making false statements to a financial institution, and Comey for obstruction of justice and making false statements to Congress. Both have pleaded not guilty, but they argue the federal criminal cases should be dismissed because the interim U.S. attorney in Virginia prosecuting them was improperly and illegally appointed.
Do they have a strong case? I think this is one of their stronger arguments.
Lindsay Halligan, a former personal attorney for President Trump, was installed after the acting U.S. attorney resigned in September. While the interim position is limited to just 120 days, the Justice Department argued the law does not prevent the Attorney General from making successive appointments. NYU law professor Rebecca Roife says even if the indictments are dismissed, Comey and James could still face legal challenges.
Most likely they would be dismissed with what we call without prejudice, which means that somebody could bring these charges again.
President Trump has pushed for their prosecution, writing on social media, quote, "What about Comey, Letitia? They're all guilty as hell," adding, "Justice must be served." James prosecuted President Trump in New York State for falsifying business records, resulting in his conviction on 34 felony counts in 2024. And Comey led the FBI during its investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Attorneys for James and Comey are expected to argue in separate court cases in the coming days that they're being subjected to vindictive and unlawful prosecution. A ruling in their favor could also get the cases tossed. Well, still to come, social media influencers promote medications as life-changing, but fail to mention possible risks 2/3 of the time. Plus, mostly sunny and warm conditions. Donald has a look at your weekend forecast. Movie, streaming, and celebrity news now. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Princess Rosalina, you're coming with me.
Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson, plays another overpowered super being in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Nintendo revealed the title and casting in a live stream, and the trailer racked up more than 1 million views in its first 4 hours on YouTube. The animated adventure is due in theaters April 3rd.
This is something you did. And everything you lost. Everything you're about to lose. You ready? You deserve to lose it.
Response officers Grace, Annie, and Tommy face the facilitators of Belfast organized crime in the new season of Blue Lights. The show won this year's BAFTA TV Award for Best Drama Series. Season 3 of Blue Lights premieres on BritBox today. It's a big day for Whoopi Goldberg. The EGOT winner, comedian, author, and TV personality turns 70 years old today. Happy birthday, Whoopi Goldberg. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
I don't know about you, but we have some pretty excited Mario fans around this workplace. Well, now here's Donald with a quick look at your forecast.
We're going to see a very beautiful start to our Friday. Temperatures are going to warm up to the mid to upper 70s across the area and mostly sunny skies. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up after the break. It's going to be a wonderful start to our Friday. Taking a look at downtown Pittsburgh, you can see the sun starting to come up. Beautiful colors. There is going to be some clouds through the morning, but they will clear out by the afternoon. I'll get to that in a minute. 7th and Range line looking pretty good. Those colors are starting to show up with that sunset. Range line I-44 from our MoDOT cams. People are starting to get out, do their morning routines, get their morning coffees. Not too bad right now. We do have some patchy fog out in Sedan of just over 7 miles of visibility. A little bit up in the 8th Center there as well. Nowata, and there also is some fog down by Cassville, just under 8 miles of visibility. So if you're driving through any of those areas, just be careful. There is some fog out on the roads, and it can appear and disappear relatively quickly. All right, let's talk about why it's going to be so warm today and tomorrow. We're getting a nice flow of southerly wind coming up to our area, but that's pretty much going to stick around through today and also into Saturday. But you can see there is a little bit of a wind shift that will be eventually pushing into our area later on this weekend. But right now, that warm air from the south is dominating, and it'll make it feel like it's not November. Don't forget, it is November, even though it doesn't feel like it. Along with those nice warm winds, we are also going to see some wind winds today as well. You can see today about 3 o'clock, we're going to see gusts of about 25 miles an hour, maybe even pushing 30 miles an hour. But don't let those winds deter you from how nice it's going to be today. So take a look at our future track. This is at noon. Nice southerly flow of winds. We do have some clouds that will be lingering through the morning, but then by the time we reach about 4 o'clock today, those clouds start to dissipate. We'll have mostly sunny skies, like I said, on the windier side though, and then as we progress through Friday evening into the overnight, nice clear skies. We're going to get to Saturday morning about 5 o'clock, right about there, and you're going to see still some nice southerly warm winds for our Saturday. Some patchy clouds here and there, but a pretty nice Saturday morning as you're waking up, pushing through Saturday morning. Still a little bit of wind. You can see right here about noon on Saturday, some patchy clouds, but still a windy as well. Tomorrow can be pretty windy, but it is going to be warmer than it is today as we progress through Saturday afternoon, about 6 o'clock tomorrow. You can see that's when that wind shift starts to come in. You still have some southerly winds, but there is now winds coming out of the north as a front starts to slowly push its way into our area. But right now it is warm and nice. Taking a look at our temperatures, we're seeing mid-50s to lower 60s across the area. 62 in Grove and in Jay. You guys are on the slightly warmer side. 60, 61 in Joplin. Sedan, you guys are on the chillier-ish side, about 53. But overall, you're probably going to need a jacket this morning, but it'll come off pretty quickly. So like these are current conditions. 60 degrees. Sun's just starting to pop up. It's starting to warm up a little bit as we're getting into the early parts of our morning. So here is our day for our morning. 61 degrees at 11 a.m. Mostly sunny skies, warming up to 71 degrees at 11 a.m. That's why I said you could probably take off that jacket between the hours of 8 and 9 because it'll feel really good. You might not even need it if you don't mind it being about 60 degrees. For today, 78 degrees for a high, and that actually will tie, or we could probably break a record for a high today, and the same thing will be for tomorrow. But 62 degrees overnight tonight, not too bad. Still on the windier side. A nice day and a nice evening as well. So 78 degrees today, 79 on Saturday. Sunday is when that front will start to push in and bring in that wind shift. Monday will warm up a little bit, but then showers by the middle part of next week. But let's not take for granted this beautiful weather we're going to have today and through the weekend. That's a look at your full forecast. Here's Sam with Health Watch.
Thanks, Donald. Freeman Health Systems hosted an event to bring awareness to lung cancer, the leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States. November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and Freeman staff encourage community members to learn whether they qualify for lung cancer screening. Doctors say individuals between the ages of 50 and 80 with a history of having smoking or those who have quit within the last 15 years may benefit from regular screenings.
Over 150,000 people die a year with lung cancer. And so if we can help reduce that by diagnosing lung cancer early, we can make a major impact on the burden of the healthcare system as well as our community.
Freeman also showcased its robotic system, which allows specialists to reach lung nodules and diagnose cancer earlier. More people are relying on AI and wellness apps to care for their mental health, but a new report says that's not enough. The American Psychological Association says while chatbots can offer people support and validation, their ability to help guide someone through a mental health crisis is limited and unpredictable. The report says AI and apps aren't a substitute for talking with a qualified mental health professional. Scientists are debunking the claim that autism is caused by the gut microbiome. A paper published in the journal Neuron aims to correct that misinformation, saying there's no evidence of a link between gastrointestinal symptoms and autism. There is still much that's unknown about autism, but scientists say that it's a strongly genetic condition. Social media influencers are promoting medications without explaining the risks. A study published in JAMA found nearly a quarter of posts about drugs by influencers on TikTok and Instagram used promotional language like life-changing or revolutionary, but in 80% of cases, influencers didn't disclose their posts were sponsored, and 2/3 didn't mention the possible risks of the drugs. When it comes to giving babies the best start in life, spotting problems early can make all the difference. Researchers in the UK are testing a new device that lets doctors watch newborn brains in real time. Reporter Tina Cross has the story.
Theo may be tiny, but he's playing a big role in research that could change how doctors care for babies' brains. He's a healthy 3-week-old in England whose brain is changing every day. And this cap gives a live look at how it's developing, something that's a challenge with MRI scans.
MRI has limitations for two reasons. One is the cost and resource availability of MRI scan slots, but also the practical aspect of, well, you need to take a baby away from the cot site into a noisy scanner and then back.
The cap allows for as many tests as needed right in the crib, and researchers say it's the first time light and ultrasound have been used together like this to improve imaging.
The light system here measures the brain oxygenation, but it's limited to like the surface of the brain. And so that's why we combine it with the ultrasound that is able to look deeper.
Brain injury in newborns is a major reason for lifelong disability, making early detection crucial. Elizabeth O'Mahony raised concerns early about her daughter Florence, but she was not diagnosed with cerebral palsy until she was 3.
I asked to see a physiotherapist because I said she's not walking, it's not right, something's wrong.
Therapy helped her development. Now 10, Florence is winning awards in para-taekwondo. Theo's parents say they're proud their son is part of research already showing promise. Doctors hope the cap will one day monitor babies with known brain injuries and, cost permitting, screen newborns to catch problems early. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Researchers say the results from the UK trial have been promising. And while there's much more work to do, it's hoped within 5 years the cap could be available in more hospitals. That's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, Joplin Sam's Club leads all 600 company locations nationwide in Children's Miracle Network funding for the 8th straight year.
Mostly sunny skies and warm conditions today. I'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, a beloved community leader's Christmas tradition returns to help local families.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Plus, a beloved... Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:30. You can tell it's 6:30. It's still early for me. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Don Lokiev. Good morning.
Good morning. It is a Friday. You can tell we're a little bit ready for the weekend. I feel like we already have that weekend mindset going for us, but we're still here and excited to be here this morning with you.
Oh, definitely. We're very excited. I mean, I know it's Friday, but that's the weekend is upon us, and I can't wait for the weekend. So
part of what I'm excited for is to be able to go outside and really enjoy these amazing temperatures. Like, you cannot ask for a nicer mid-November day.
No, you can't. It does not feel like November. It hasn't felt like November all week, and today and tomorrow definitely won't feel like November. Let's take a look at downtown Pittsburgh right now. You can see the sunrise starting to pop its head up over there. Nice, beautiful colors. And what I said by it doesn't feel like November is because these morning temperatures are above average. I mean, typically we don't see temperatures in the mid-50s and 60s as you're waking up on a November morning. We're not looking too bad out there. People are getting out the door, doing their morning routines, get their morning coffee. And our fog conditions are okay for most of the area, but there is some fog in the area. In Sedan, you guys are about just over 7 miles of visibility, and way down here in Cassville, just under 8 miles of visibility. And most of the area looks pretty good, but if you're in any of those areas, there is some fog, so just be careful while you're driving. That's what let's talk about. The temperatures do not feel like it's November this morning. Right now, we're seeing mid-50s to lower 60s across the area, 62 in Grove and in Jay. Sedan, you guys are on the cooler side, about 53, but I wouldn't really call that too cool. That's pretty nice and comfortable as you're getting out the door. Let's take a look at our future tracks. So today at noon, there's some clouds that will be building in through the morning, but it'll be mostly sunny. But then by the time we get to the afternoon, there are some clouds will start to dissipate. Nice southerly flow of winds bringing in that nice warm air. And at about 6 o'clock, we'll see those winds start to die down just a tad, but it's going to be an overall nice Friday. So planning your school day, 59 degrees out the door, 72 at lunch and recess, 78 as you're heading home. It's going to be really nice. Make sure your kids get outside and just enjoy this beautiful day, because that's going to be our high today at 70 degrees and mostly sunny skies. So I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
Donald, thanks. Water Gardens held their 13th annual Empty Bowls fundraiser at Suzanne's Natural Foods in Joplin. KOAM's Kenny Foreman explains the unique connection the event brings with soup and pottery.
Whether you're an art collector or simply a soup lover,
there's something for everyone.
I'll tell you what, the more I look, the less decisive I become, because then I want them all. And the cozies are adorable too.
For the second straight year, the fundraiser was held at Suzanne's, giving shoppers the opportunity to enjoy some soup in their new bowls, with the proceeds helping to fight hunger.
I'm very passionate about these, and I was just open to helping and doing it here, and I have a wonderful facility that seems to be handling the amount of people.
Having a space where they can not only showcase their own artwork, but be able to give back to a good cause in the process makes the event very appealing for local potters to participate in.
When I first got here today, someone was holding one of my bowls, and I introduced myself as the potter, and they were very excited and wanted to know if I did more of that style of pottery. So it was very exciting to talk to somebody. As a potter, one, helping people is what we do to the core, and two, we just believe in community, and our biggest thing is to have our work in someone's home that will love it.
And Watered Gardens is thankful for everyone who helped make it possible.
We love how it brings people together. We appreciate all the restaurants that donate. We appreciate all the artists that make bowls, the sponsors that help underwrite some of the costs. It just, again, it's a wonderful event that keeps growing year after year, that just brings the community together over a bowl of soup and a beautiful piece of pottery.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Over 30 clay artists worked throughout the year to make the bowls that were on display. Well, Joplin Sam's Club continues its incredible streak of giving back to the local children. Thursday, officials presented a check for more than $64,000 to Freeman Health System, our region's Children's Miracle Network hospital. The money will help 200 Joplin area children and families with prescription costs, travel assistance, and life-saving medical treatments. For the 8th straight year, Joplin Sam's Club has led all 600 company locations nationwide in Children's Miracle Network funding.
I feel like the community comes together and to help this special organization. It's all about the kids. It's not about anything else. It's all about the kids. So it's really nice to know that there is a huge backing from the community.
Since 2015, the Joplin store has raised more than $500,000, with every dollar staying right here in the community. Have you ever had a hobby, tool, or item you would like to try before you buy? Some local public libraries are now offering a library of things, ranging from bird watching kits, medical devices, to pickleball supplies. Pittsburgh Public Library recently implemented this program, saying it's a way for the community to borrow practical items for no cost. A Miami Walmart manager's Christmas spirit lives on through Chuck Stott's Big Santa Christmas program. In this week's Doing Good segment, we meet the people keeping his dream alive that every child deserves a Christmas. KOAM's Ty Parks reports.
6'9", just a mountain of a man, but had the heart that wanted to just serve everybody.
Chuck Stotts managed the Miami Walmart for 30 years. He loved watching children enjoy the holiday season and believed every child deserves a Christmas. The Chuck Stotts Big Christmas program is ready to keep his spirit alive.
One of our goals when we set out to do this was to give some dignity back to the parents. It was really important to us that they didn't come pick up a trash bag full of items that may or may not be something their kid would want to open on Christmas morning.
The program would not be possible without the community coming together.
Businesses show up for us and they donate and they collect toys. Our community volunteers for us, and everyone here just has an incredible servant's heart.
Families are encouraged to sign up soon. The only requirement is to be a resident of Ottawa County. Volunteers will transform the Miami Civic Center gym into a toy store on pickup day.
We wanted it to be something where they didn't feel like giving Christmas to their kids was taken away from them. They still had the ability to go and pick out their kids' toys from them and from Santa and take them home and wrap them and put them under their tree.
Keeping Chuck Stott's Christmas dream alive in Miami, Oklahoma. Ty Parks, KOAM News.
That's a look at our top news stories. Coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News, Shannon Becker joins us in the studio to break down his big 3 stories of the week. Well, welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 stories of the week. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning, and you are well, I'm sure?
Yes, well, thank you so much for joining us.
I can't believe it's so warm again.
Yes,
I love
it's
it.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I love it.
It does not feel like mid-November.
It's like Donald is some kind of magical little weather person. You know, he brings it all with him, you know.
He's been good luck on the morning.
Yeah.
Chris is on a much-deserved vacation, so grateful to have him.
Take a look at the big three stories this week. KOAM News Now, what's happening live and local where you live. A SWAT operation on East Valley Street. This happened late Saturday night. Right after the Ronald McDonald House tree lighting, I got phone calls from a lot of people in the neighborhood said, hey, the SWAT MRAP tank is out here. They did a contain and call out. It didn't take very long, and the people came out of the residence. We understand it was a search warrant for stolen goods, stolen items. They had a list of things that possibly could have been stolen inside that residence. We have not heard anything as of yet. No one was arrested that night. There were quite a few people detained inside the home that does not have electricity or running water. Very bizarre. Our number 2 story, Joplin News First. This was yesterday. We spent some time, obviously, near Cowskin Bridge on the Grand Lake of the Cherokees. A fisherman discovered a body in the water near Cowskin Bridge. We were there as Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. There's the Oklahoma Medical Examiner arrived there, Delaware County Sheriff's Office, and the GRDA. They took a lot of trips back and forth this one area almost directly underneath the bridge, and then finally about probably 4:30, it appeared that they brought the last of whatever they were transporting back and forth. Obviously some evidence and stuff. We've got more details on our website. You can take a look at that KOAM News Now, that developing story. Our number 1 KOAM News Now story is another investigation. This is the Missouri State Fire Marshal says there's a criminal investigation according to a house fire, after a house fire that occurred north of the Joplin city limits in the county. It's a little area called New Addition. Just traditionally it's been called. It's behind the Home Pro on North Main Street. No one was injured in this fire, but there was a male causing a disturbance that left the area as the fire started. And we have not heard back yet if they've arrested anyone, or a little bit further we'll have to follow up on that story. And our bonus story, it seems like everybody's been talking about the Northern Lights. Did you get to see them? You were probably asleep.
Yes, Donald and I are both very ashamed to admit
like
that
good,
we missed it.
good
but
kids.
The photos are incredible.
Yeah, it really was bizarre. I mean, I've seen them before, but they say this is once in like every 20 or 30 years it would happen. That first night, they were just so vibrant. You could see them with the naked eye. I mean, I took most of these pictures here, just north of town, near Waco, if you want to call it. There's a little town out there north of, like near Carl Junction. And there's some of the, what do you call them? The windmills. Kind of hard to see there, but up in Barton County, I took some of those pictures as well.
Or the turbines.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I do this news thing, you know, just got to figure out what those things are, you know, one of these days. It's our big 3, KOAM News Now this week. That's our bonus story.
Well, thank you so much, Shannon. We always love having you in the studio. We'll be right back. Well, it's my favorite time of the day when we get to celebrate some happy birthdays and anniversaries. We're starting in Pittsburgh, Kansas, where Lewis and Benedict Falk are celebrating birthday number 4. They are twins. Happy birthday, Lewis and Benedict.
Addie Potter has a birthday today, turning 4, and the note says, "We all love you, Grandma and Grandpa, Kim, Great Papa Carl, Aliyah, Jayus, Patty, and Charlie. Happy birthday."
And David McEwen is celebrating birthday number 8 in Neodesha, Kansas. Happy birthday, David.
In Joplin, Missouri, Gunnar McHouston has a birthday, turning 8, and the note says, "Love you, big guy, Oma and Papa." Happy birthday.
And Michael O'Banion Jr. is celebrating birthday number 9 in Pittsburgh. It says, "Happy birthday, Bubba. Mama, love you so, so big."
In McCune, Kansas, Katie Martin turns 11 today. Happy birthday, Katie.
We've got an extra special grandson and grandpa birthday. Dylan and Paul Ballo are celebrating 11 and 66 birthdays in Fort Scott. Happy birthday, Dylan and Paul.
In Parsons, Kansas, Avery Gilmore turns 12 today. Happy birthday.
Also turning 12 is Ruby Chad in Carthage. It says, "Happy birthday from Great Pa and Gigi."
McCrae Frankenberry, good cereal, turns 14 today, and the note says, "Love from your family and friends." Happy birthday.
And Marley Sisney is celebrating birthday number 17 in Girard. The note says, "Happy birthday from Mom, Dad, Evan, Aiden, Quinn, grandparents Hanson, Prettyman, and Ranson."
In Wyandotte, Oklahoma, Allie Bartley turns 23 today, and the note says, "Happy birthday, Grandma and Grandpa loves you."
And in Columbus, Mr. Butterworth is celebrating birthday number 39. Happy birthday.
In Pittsburgh, Kansas, Jared Peters turns 44 today, and the note says, happy birthday, love your family.
And Alec Laverack is celebrating birthday number 50 in Pittsburgh. It says, love you, old man.
In Columbus, Kansas, Jay Evans turns 67 today, and the note says, happy birthday from your family.
And Gladys Price is celebrating birthday number 102. And Lamar, happy birthday, Gladys.
In Pittsburgh, Kansas, Sammy Matson has a birthday today, and the note says, love you and proud of you, Grandma Patty and Auntie M.
And in Columbus, Jesse King is celebrating birthday number 6. It says, happy birthday from all the family.
In Chanute, Kansas, Nikki Rebo has a birthday today, and the note says, love you from your friends and family.
And Shirley Thompson celebrating in Crestline, Kansas. The note says, wishing you a great birthday. Well, that was a fantastic list of birthdays and anniversaries, and we always love celebrating with you. If you want to help us celebrate you on your special day, make sure to send those birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. You can see that email on your screen, but do make sure you also pay attention to that deadline on your screen so we can make sure that we celebrate with you on the right day and on your special day.
It's going to be a beautiful day to celebrate a birthday and an anniversary. You can see in downtown Pittsburgh, the sun's starting to come up. A little bit of colors out there. Range line, 7th and Range line. Nice colors out there. A beautiful start to our morning. Temperatures are feeling really good. Range line I-44 from our MoDOT cam. People are getting out, getting their morning routines going. Our fog tracker looks pretty good for most of the area, but we do have some patchy fog out in Sedan, about 7 miles of visibility. So if you're driving through there, just be careful. And also down by Cassville, you guys have just under 8 miles of visibility. And also up in Iola, about the same. So just if you're driving through any of their areas, just be careful because fog is very dangerous because it can appear and disappear very quickly. But let's talk about why it's been so warm over the last couple of days and even today and tomorrow. Our regional temperatures has some south winds that are bringing in a nice warm air that's going to dominate through today and through Saturday into Sunday. But eventually there is going to be a wind shift that will be pushing in later on this weekend. But right now, the big story is just how nice and warm it's going to be over the next couple of days. Associated with these nice warm temperatures, we're also going to have some wind today as well. Take a look at today around the 3 o'clock hour. We're going to see some winds, about 20 gusts of winds, 25, possibly getting over 30 miles an hour. But don't let that deter you from how nice and warm it's going to be today. So our future track today at noon, nice southerly flow of winds, a little bit of clouds, but those clouds are going to start dissipating through the day and into the afternoon. 4 o'clock, there's those clouds starting to dissipate. Still a little bit on the windier side, but it's going to be mostly sunny as we progress through Friday night into Saturday morning. A nice clear night for us on the warmer side. Saturday morning, a little bit of patchy clouds, but still overall it's going to be a pretty nice Saturday morning for us on the warmer side, just like today. And going through Saturday morning as we get to noon, southwesterly winds, still a little bit on the windier side for tomorrow as well, but overall Saturday is going to be a pretty nice day just like today and a little warmer as well. There's our wind shift, like I was talking about. Those winds from the north are eventually going to make their way in, but it's going to be a pretty nice day for today and tomorrow. Our temperatures does not feel like November. Lower 50s to lower or mid 50s to lower 60s across the area. 61 in Joplin, 62 down in Grove. It does not feel like a November morning right now. Our current conditions in Joplin, 60 degrees and sunny skies as that sun starts to come up, and there will be some lingering clouds. But our morning, 61 degrees at 8 a.m. Mostly sunny skies, getting up to 71 degrees at 11 a.m., so a nice start to our morning. And our high for today is going to be 78 degrees, which either is going to tie or break a record that has been held since the 60s for today. And also our nighttime temperatures look good as well. 71 degrees at 6 p.m., getting down to 66 degrees at 10 p.m., and our overnight low is 62 degrees. Still on the windier side, but mostly clear. Taking a look at our 10-day, 78 degrees for today, 79 for tomorrow. That actually will break a record that's been held since 1960. The original record was 77, so if we get to 79, that will break the record. And then Sunday, a little cool down, getting down to 68, and then a front pushes in, cooling things down for next week and also bringing in those rain chances. Coming up when the KOAM Morning News switches over to Fox 14, a Miami Walmart manager's Christmas spirit loves on through Chuck Stott's Big Santa Christmas program. In this week's Doing Good segment, we meet the people keeping his dream alive. It's going to be a very wonderful, warm Friday and Saturday for us in the upper 70s before it cools down just slightly on Sunday. Then Monday warms up a little bit back into the lower 70s, but rain chances will start to increase as we progress through next week. But I don't want to take for granted this beautiful, warm weather that we're going to have today and through Saturday as well. So I love how it does not feel like November, but November is coming eventually.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it is currently mid-November right now.
I know, it does not feel like that whatsoever.
Well, thanks so much, Donald. Coming up today at noon, we're making an upside-down apple pie in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Your morning news continues on the KOAM with CBS Mornings. We're coming up. Bill and Ted, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter talk about their latest excellent adventures starring together on Broadway.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, we get a preview on a new exhibit at the Joplin Public Library focused on Indigenous representation in American culture, art, and commerce.
Plus, Shannon Becker joins us in the studio to break down his big 3 stories of the week.
But that'll wrap it up for now. We'll see you back here Monday morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.